I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour,
Narrabri. Yes. If you let that song go further, Narrabri does in fact pop up further down the track. And in Narrabri, we have got, and I can confirm she's not Tucker's daughter, it is Malinda Guest. Hello, Malinda.
Hi, how is everybody?
I'm okay, I can't speak for Rob.
We're all good down here, Malinda. Lovely to meet you over the airwaves. And we start off every week when we're not 100% sure, but where the bloody hell is Narrabri?
Yes, that is a really good question. So we are about 2.5 hours, 3 hours west of Tamworth. So Tamworth being the big country music city of New South Wales. So if you head direct west, eventually you'll come out through to Narrabri.
So you're far enough away that you're not getting inundated with water, but how far away is this serious water to you?
It's a couple of hours southeast of us, so down towards the Hunter Valley, down that way. So we're very fortunate that we missed that big rain cell.
Did you get some rain out of it?
No, not really, to be honest. Just some light showers, nothing too concerning, that's for sure.
So agriculturally, are you dry and miserable and farmers a bit concerned out where you are?
No, we're actually okay. We had a little bit of rain a month or so ago, so we're actually okay. And it's actually a really beautiful winter's day here. And, yeah, the sun is shining and... yeah, it's not too bad, actually.
Now, I've spoken to Malinda on a few occasions on podcasts and so forth, and I can tell you that in her part-time role, I think she's the absolute number one chief of the Narrabri Tourism Bureau, because she speaks very fondly of the town. Tell us what people in Narrabri do.
Yes, so Narrabri is a mixture. So it is agriculture, so farming community. You also see mines here, gas. You'll see education, health. So there's a whole range of industry out here, which is really exciting. Retail, hospitality. We've got some really big retails out here, which is pretty exciting to find a sausage sizzle on a Saturday morning. So
I wonder what retailer that would be. Of course, we wouldn't name them.
No,
but of course, sausage sizzle on a Saturday morning is a goer.
Yeah, that's right. You can't go wrong with that.
We find, having conversations with people of your ilk, that there is a real sense of community in these places that are slightly secluded from the rest of Australia. Does Narrabri bring people together in a happy, positive way?
Absolutely. So I'm actually at my children's soccer games this morning, and they're having a really wonderful community fundraiser for one of a little person here who's quite unwell. So they're having a really wonderful fundraiser, getting some funds together. Everyone's coming together. There's a raffle, there's barbecue, and chipping in some money where they can to help out that family. So that's pretty special.
Seems to be a bit of a common theme around barbecues and sausage sizzles.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll be there very shortly.
Yeah.
And roughly how big's the town?
Well, we had this conversation. So it's big enough that, like I said, there's big retails here. So a couple of big kind of foodie places that you always call in by. So that's about 10,000, 12,000 people. And that's just in Narrabri itself, but then there's lots of little villages outside of Narrabri as well. So.
And I referred to it at the start. Ian Moss had a song called Tucker's Daughter. That was based around the cotton fields of Narrabri. Cotton, obviously, part of the game up there as well?
Absolutely. Big business, cotton. But then you'll see wheat, livestock, cattle, sheep, and lots of different space now where people are diversifying in ag. So lots of different crops and great ideas coming around these days as well.
Are you a Australian rules football or rugby town?
Well, we are a rugby town. So, but then saying that, I'm sitting at the soccer club. So there actually is an AFL team here, but it's still quite new to the community. So.
No, actually, Malinda, you have an Australian rules football team in Narrabri.
You've stepped on a.
You do not have an AFL team because that is the selfish organisation that runs a national competition.
No.
You have an Australian rules team in your town.
Oh, well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, just thought I'd straighten that out.
No.
Yes, that is really good.
We spend a lot of time talking to people who live in regional Queensland and regional New South Wales, and they go there every time, and I think to myself, no, I'm going to get a lecture from Rob again.
No, it's very important to get it right. Now, the role of sporting clubs have been talked about a lot in towns, and in your particular case and in your particular industry, you'd understand the importance of that community hub that they create.
Yeah, it's so important and so vital. And what's really special with community sporting organisations is that you don't have to be the best. We're not talking about elite sportsmen, sports people, though we do have a number of brilliant sports people that do come from Narrabri. We actually had 2 representatives in the Olympics, Shannon Davey and Laura Gooley, and so we're very proud of that. But the community on grassroots level is really important in terms of sports. So not only just for the kids to play, for adults to play, but then the volunteers behind the canteen, the fundraisers, the referees, the people who help out. It's pretty special.
And most important, the character development and support.
Yeah, that's for sure. And like I said, you don't have to be great at it. So just come along, have some fun, and that's really what it's about.
And as long as you're not being interrupted by 2 rude blokes from Geelong with a phone call, I guess it's a good opportunity for people in town to catch up, watching their kids play sport.
Yeah.
And good opportunity to pull people together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my one recollection of going towards Narrabri, I had my kids in the car. They would have been about 7 and 4, something like that. And we're driving into Narrabri, and all of a sudden there's all this litter on the side of the road. But not litter as we would know. It was all white, fluffy litter. And they were fascinated by the fact that these things you normally buy in bags at the supermarket was actually laying on the side of the road. It's quite bizarre, of course, being cotton.
Yes. And that would be cotton.
Yeah, but I'm sure that they still remember the first time they saw cotton laying on the side of the road. It was quite amazing. Hey, Malinda, we've got to get going. Thank you for taking some time out from the side. What is the score at the moment? I'm guessing it's 0-0.
Yeah, I think we're in the 5 to 6 year olds, so I'm not too sure who's actually keeping score.
Oh, right, yes, so 17-4. Yeah.
It's a bit like herding cats sometimes.
Yes, I've seen that being done. Thank you for taking some time out to chat to us, and look forward to keeping in touch.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Malinda. Best wishes.